Barbie was the first person on the moon. Barbie was the first woman who ran for president. Barbie had all these firsts, but she's never really spoken. So right now, it's great. We have a woman running for president. It's great that you can break the glass ceiling, but what's really important is what you say. So when we were given the opportunity to actually give her a voice, doing it on YouTube seemed the most authentic, to give her personality, than anything else that we've done. So it's really, really exciting.
Vlogging is such a popular way that, our fans are already engaging on the platform, that we just wanted to find a way more authentically to bring her to life. In essence, how do we really deliver like the first animated character, really in this form? And that was what really excited us.
We totally 100% devour every single comment. We have done vlogs based on what people said they want to see, what people like. So it's complete. What we love is it's completely real time. We've created what is for us a really new and amazing animation model. As LeAnne said, we want this to be as day and date as possible. So while it's the first video vlogger, it's not done, it's not scripted a long time in advance and just put up there and run through a bunch of marketers. It's done in as close to real time with mocap as possible, so that we can respond to our fans and our subscribers.
Yeah, and I think we're onto something, because we posted this first vlog. Within like the first 6 days, we had more likes than we'd had on any other video we'd put up for the previous 6 months. So right away you get that instant feedback, right, from an audience in terms of how they're engaging, and you're on the right path, and you can lean into that and really deliver more. I think retention and looking at how we're keeping our consumers, and how how much watch time and how long that content is then leading to more engagement across the rest of the content we're programming into our channels is also critical. I think for us, it's a global brand, right? And it's so we have an audience that is voracious for this content around the world. So we're also really considering how this content resonates. How are our fans discovering this content, and is it because we're doing a really good job of programming and driving them through with things like annotation, or is it really that it's becoming very searchable, meaning that we're really getting a lot of engagement, and therefore YouTube is favoring our content through their own algorithm. So I think it's a mixture of all of those things that we're ultimately looking at. But I would say engagement's a really important one, because seeing fans like and share and comment is what's unique about this, and really rewarding. I think we deliver content across a variety of platforms, from long form to short form, and I think ultimately this is something that's very unique. We feel it's very authentic to what YouTube is. It's really about the right content on the right platform, right? You know what I mean? So thinking about what's unique, and so for us, I think YouTube, and the vlogger in particular is so authentic to that channel, that as much as we have control over it, it will remain, I think, ultimately a YouTube destination.
What's interesting about Barbie, unlike other transmedia properties, it is not a story-driven property. It's a character-driven property. And to LeAnne's point, at the very core of the DNA, it's about an individual's interpretation of Barbie. So it's about girls telling their own stories and having their own imaginations. So we have a story map so that it's all sort of balanced out, but we don't want to be imposing. That's the challenge on the vlog. We're giving a personality, but we are not imposing a rigid story, because we want to be encouraging people to tell their own stories. So our map is definitely there, but it's also important to us that it be very interactive and fluid.
We're also really thinking about assets very differently, right? We used to create a movie, and then you would cut that up, and you'd have UPK clips, and you'd kind of hope you'd have enough to kind of feed the beast. But now we're really thinking about how do you create the type of assets up front that really begin to speak to those particular platforms. We're speaking largely to a younger audience. I think we have to think programmatically about what those different channels represent and who our audience is there, and I think program appropriately. But I know Vine is launching Vine Kids, and so I think as they kind of go further, and I think we feel it's even a more appropriate platform, in the same vein that YouTube now has launched YouTube Kids, and we're finding more safe ways to continue to deliver this content to children.
It's interesting, when the vlog first came out, I think that the people that were consuming it were older, and they were giving older, really interesting comments, like, it's very interesting that she's this when the brand is doing that, so it was like, wow, very sort of intellectual. And as it's been out longer, now it's lots of like, I love you, kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat. So it's to me, that says younger. But even the I love you, like, it's like, I love your hair, let me see your room, I want to see what's in your bag. It's just so wonderful, because it's just so sincere.